Hello. Welcome to Journey to Wholeness Online. I'm Pam Brown, and it is my honor to serve as Executive Director of Insight Counseling Centers. Thank you for investing 30 minutes with us in this virtual space. I'd like to share a statistic with you, and I hope it demonstrates the importance of Insight's work. Pre-COVID, it was estimated that 20% of the population was experiencing a mental health issue. I think 20% is a very significant number. However, during COVID-19, it is now estimated that 40% of the population is experiencing a mental health concern. 40% is staggering. I have to believe that people you know and love are affected, people I know and love are affected. It's a huge concern. Last year, Insight provided more than 5,300 individual counseling sessions. We underwrote $368,000 worth of care by way of our income-based fee scale. We were able to do that because of supporters who invest in our cause. You change people's lives. In a few minutes, Russell Riebeling, Chair of Insight's Board of Directors, is going to join us and talk further about the importance of financially supporting our work. But if you don't want to wait until the end of our time together to make your gift, I'll go ahead and tell you we accept donations via Venmo, via our secure website, or you can send a check to the address that's showing on screen as well as in the description box below. I would be remiss if I did not thank our sponsors. Because of their support, all dollars raised via Journey to Wholeness will support our income-based fee scale, which is used by 90% of our clients. And now, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Thomas Kleinert, Senior Pastor of Vine Street Christian Church, our presenting sponsor. Thomas?
Hello, I'm Thomas Kleinert. I'm the Senior Minister of Vine Street Christian Church here in Nashville, Tennessee. Here meaning that's where I'm sitting right now. I have no idea where you all are, but I am so glad that you joined us for this unusual online event. We've done this before where we were all together in a room and sharing a fantastic breakfast. Now this year we try to do this virtually. And so I get to speak to you from my home office, what I call the library. And I simply want to tell you a little bit about why Vine Street Christian Church is sponsoring this event. Frankly, it's because we have a long history with Insight, going back to its founding, when the entire center was located on the campus of our church. And we've continued to maintain that relationship because we believe in the work of Insight Counseling Center, particularly the mission of always striving to make counseling available to folks who otherwise would not be able to afford it simply because they don't have insurance or because they don't have the kind of income to afford professional therapy. And the level of care, and I know that because I also serve on the board and have served on the board for many years, the level of care that our neighbors receive at Insight is top-notch. And so we want to do as a congregation, and I want to do as one of the leaders of this congregation, everything we can to support that work. And another thing that is particularly dear to us is that this is spiritually informed counseling. So it's not a Christian ministry per se. You know, there's no efforts to talk clients into believing certain things, but on the contrary, they are heard exactly as the people they are and the beliefs that they bring, and the counselors respond to that and work with that, whatever belief or non-belief folks bring. And I find that very faithful from a pastoral and Christian perspective, actually. And I'm grateful that all of you who are tuning into this share that interest, and I hope will join us in supporting this important work and good work. I invite you now to join me in a moment of prayer to ask the Holy One to bless our gathering. We are grateful, O God, for all the ways in which you are present in our lives, in the ways that you guide us, in the ways that you heal us and invite us to join you in your work towards wholeness in the world. We ask that you bless this time together and that you continue to bless the work of the good people at Insight who serve you by bringing healing to so many individuals and families in our communities. Thanks be to you now and always. Amen.
Thank you, Thomas. In just a moment, you're going to hear from Monet Shell, an Insight therapist who helps her clients' lives be restored to mental, emotional, and spiritual wholeness. You'll also hear from Jake, an Insight client. Last year, Jake recorded a testimonial video for us. We're going to show you that video before Jake pops in to tell us what his life is like now. And here's a hint. I think you're going to be really happy for him. And now, without further ado, let's hear from Monet.
Hello, my name is Monet Shell. I work with Insight Counseling Centers, and I have been there since my beginning as a therapist. I started as an intern there, completed my entire internship with Insight, and then transferred into a therapist there. So I have been there. That has been my home. I attended Lipscomb University and continued on to receive my graduate degree in marriage and family therapy. So the type of therapy that I do now is a compilation of all the things that I learned, all the models that I learned, all the education that I received, of course. But my clients receive therapy that is based on their needs. Although I have those different trainings and different certificates, I tend to consult those trainings rather than define myself by any one of them. I would say what all of my clients would hopefully say is that there are two ideals that come through in my journey with those clients. And the first one is that there are systems that raised us. So there's family systems, education, religious systems, cultural, social systems, political, things like that. And they influence the way that we interact with each other and the ideals that we have about ourselves. And so with those ways and ideals, we can either develop in a healthy or an unhealthy way. And that thought leads me to my second ideal, which is we serve ourselves better if we rely on concepts of healthy versus unhealthy rather than good versus bad. I want to advocate for groups of people who may not have been able to benefit from therapy before. So first-time clients are my favorite. Those who are not able to afford therapy. Those who have been shamed into believing that they are less for desiring therapy. Those persons, in my experience, have been the Black community, the religious community, and lower socioeconomic class. So for those persons, and I'm seeing a lot of them right now, in this current climate that we're in, there are several traumas that these clients are experiencing. So unfortunately, they're experiencing them simultaneously, which of course is complex trauma. And some of those traumas are the fear, anger, and sadness related to social injustice, the derisive political climate that's going on, the instability that's caused by this pandemic, and the external and internal responsibility placed on one race to represent their own or educate another due to all of the racial tension. Most of the work that I've had to do in the last 6 months, as we know, in Nashville, it started with a tornado, right, at the beginning of March. And then we proceeded to go into quarantine. So starting from there, most of the work that I have been doing has simply been validating my clients' experiences and affirming the emotions that they're feeling. We are feeling at this time many emotions and experiencing many thoughts, facing many situations that we've never had to. So that makes all of this unprecedented, and that means that there isn't a roadmap. There isn't a right way to deal with them. And so many of my clients are dealing with feeling like they're doing it wrong, feeling like they should be able to handle things better. When I think of clients who have made progress, I immediately think about the ones who haven't experienced therapy before. Most of the clients that are seeking therapy for the first time are eager for this change. So once they're introduced to the language to describe their experience, the tools to navigate through it, and the coping methods to address whatever emotions they're experiencing in their life that may come with whatever transition is going on, their progress is inspiring to take in. Although there are those stressful situations, I strive to be a support to my current and future clients in this journey that we call life as it unfolds. So thank you for your support. The support you offer continues to affect and transform my clients' lives.
My name is Jake, and this is my story. So I come from Eugene, Oregon, moved to Tennessee in October of 2018. I'm a musician by background, so I moved to Nashville to play music. I kind of play Americana country.
I just crossed over the old county line.
I grew up in a dysfunctional family. My first drink of alcohol was at age 11. My last was at age 26. So I had 15 years of experimentation with drugs and alcohol. At age 26, got sober from drugs and alcohol. 30 now, so I got 4 years of 12-step recovery under my belt. For a lot of my life, that's been my battle, is learning how to deal with my own inner demons. And you mix drugs, alcohol, and unhealthy fellowship, you have like a really negative cocktail. So for me, it was unhealthy relationships, drugs, alcohol, isolation. The importance of fellowship that I was lacking. People that I could be really honest with what my thoughts and what my feelings were. That I didn't have to live in behind a facade. And today, it's healthy relationships, extremely healthy fellowship, mentors, no drugs, no alcohol, health and fitness. So it's just like learning how to turn all those things upside down. When I moved to, Hendersonville is where I landed first, but when I moved here, it just became really apparent that it would be good to have a therapist, counselor, mentor in this new transition of life and moving into a new place. I think I was having like a minor anxiety attack one night, to be honest, just laying in the dark in my room, just being like, whoa, I kind of bit off a lot here. I don't know anyone here. Moved to a town that's extremely competitive for the thing that I want to do. There's like so many elements at play. It's more than okay to reach out and get help. And so it just popped up like, you should probably find some low-income counseling. And so went online, found Insight Counseling, called. Next day, pretty much got an appointment set up. I mean, it shakes me sometimes, Like, I have ups and downs. This week I've had some lows, But like I said, I had counseling with Dwight this morning, and just I feel like I'm getting real results and actually moving through things with constructive results. I feel like every week, because I see Dwight once a week, it's just been so helpful to know that They're the things I can bring to the therapist and we can help work through them. To be able to talk about scriptural things and talk about what's up in the Bible study for the week with Dwight is really powerful. Because I know sometimes when it's totally removed from that stuff, it's like that's a huge part of my story too, is spirituality and religion. So to be able to mix my faith with counseling is extremely powerful. The first session I had with him, I was just like, I feel like I can open up and really share what's going on with me with this guy, and it's going to help me, and it has helped me profoundly. I feel like every time I have a session with him, I want to keep up-leveling my own recovery, my meditation game, my exercise game, because it's almost like this check-in of like, how much better are you doing this week? I feel like he really helps me get into the solution of how to get better. The road to freedom, I think, is learning to open up some of those doors that sometimes feel scary to open, but like that is what, like the truth will set you free. When you can find safe people to share your truth with, like you're about to get help that you couldn't even quantify in other ways. One thing that's really always stuck out to me is this saying, you can't think your way into a better way of living, but you can live your way into a better way of thinking. And I think that's what CBT is in a nutshell. You're learning how to live your way into a better way of thinking. Hi there, Insight Counseling Centers. This is Jake Martini. I'm extremely honored to be a part of this video, and I guess to just check in, about a year and a half ago, I started doing therapy with Dwight Hughes, and it was transformational, to say the least. Cognitive behavioral therapy, and life's been good. I think that's what you wanted me to check in on. It is the state of life. It's been really good. I'm kind of tired right now because I just got back from Houston. We were out there doing some shows, but I'm pursuing my dreams and acquired some amazing tools through Insight Counseling. And I'm just so blessed and so grateful for a resource that was affordable. And I think it was Abby who got back to me within, 12 hours of sending an email. So I'm pretty grateful. You guys have really been there for me. I'm going to sing you a song called Little Bird, and it was inspired actually at a church convention when they were talking about the birds that they send down in the mines with the miners, and the birds are supposed to sing when there's danger, and if the bird has stopped singing, you maybe have passed the point of danger. And I think we all have a little bird within us. So I wrote this song called Little Bird. God gave me a gold mine, and I'm going down to use it. He loaned me a lantern, I hope that I don't lose it. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. As long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. God gave me this good life, I hope that I can live it. And I let my crazy mind control my heart and spirit. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. As long
I'm not alone down here. God gave me a gold mine, and I'm going down to use it. He loaned me a lantern, I hope that I don't lose it. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. And as long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. As long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. There you have it, guys. Insight counseling is an amazing thing. I'm so blessed to have found you guys and so grateful for you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Russell Riebeling, the board chair of Insight Counseling Centers. First, I'd like to thank Jake and Monet for sharing their impactful stories. Like many of you, I'm in my home. As much as we would like to have gathered with you today and celebrate the wonderful achievements in person, we knew it was vital to keep this event, but by shifting from in-person to virtual, we created a safe environment to talk about Insight and be able to share with you the stories of our clients and our counselors. With that being said, this organization, Insight Counseling Centers, for which you have heard a tremendous amount, including how our mission impacts clients not only in Middle Tennessee, but across the state, has reason to celebrate as we provided more reduced client sessions than previous years, successfully implemented and shifted to teletherapy, and extended access to new patients across the state of Tennessee. We've received new and unsolicited grants from organizations throughout the area. Founders and foundations alike understand that our counselors make a tremendous impact on their clients. Whether in person or virtual, clients' needs are being met, and preconceived notions about virtual and mental health delivery have disappeared. Insight Counseling Centers as an organization has a reason to celebrate itself. The results speak for themselves. And for over 25 years, Insight Counseling Centers, the administrators and counselors and staff who make up this organization have strived to make a tremendous impact in the region. We have. And in these most desperate of times for so many, when people face despair and uncertainty, we know this little agile organization and the people that make it up can provide relief and hope to so many. We celebrate the success, the thousands of counseling hours, and hundreds of lives impacted. Before Insight leaves your mind, before you go to bed, before you get ready to go really diving into your day, think about how this organization, how it impacts the lives of your friends and family. And just as important, your fellow man, neighbors, coworkers. There's a reason you're here today. It's because someone you know either is connected to this organization or has been held by this organization. Please think about it. Please give your dollars. And as we said, your generous dollars can make a lasting impact to many Tennesseans in need. We know your dollars are tight. And again, our appeal is equally measured. While other organizations and agencies are struggling, our counselors and staff and leadership are catching those most vulnerable Tennesseans that are so most deservingly in need of assistance. Again, we ask that you give to Insight to support an organization that continues to evolve for our clients. Now, unlike last year where Bailey was walking around United Methodist Church with a credit card reader, we ask you to go to insightcounselingcenters.org, or you can go to the apps on your screen and donate to Insight directly today. We appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you all in 2021 in person, not virtually. If we have to do it again, we'll do it. But I look forward to seeing you all in 2021. Thank you again. Bye.
God gave me a gold mine, and I'm going down to use it. He loaned me a lantern, I hope that I don't lose it. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. As long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. God gave me this good life, I hope that I can live it. And I let my crazy mind control my heart and spirit. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. As long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. God gave me a gold mine, and I'm going down to use it. He loaned me a lantern, I hope that I don't lose it. God gave me a little bird, sings the sweetest songs that I've ever heard. And as long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here. As long as it's singing, I know I'm not alone down here.